All right, we have a ready for both players. Let's go ahead, get this counted down. Where's the bar? There's no bar. There's no bar. Couple of bar dependencies. Oh, that's a bad hang for Cole. Can he get something over? He cannot. And Andy just got gifted one. Trying to get something flat for the left. And it's just not coming. He's going to be done at 997. And Andy, shaky 29 or not, will be done at 1,213,000, but it will be enough for the sweep. And there's a ready from Scuti. So here we go. Let's get started with this Division 1B matchup between Blue Scuti and the Captain. We'll get underway in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left, a roller out of the United States with an NTSC PB of 18,203,000. And your former back 5 back CTL champion, it is Blue Scuti. On the right, with the nice Vits. Also rolling out of the United States, the PB of 1,638,000. Welcome in, Le Captain. Now, if you're getting sick of me saying roller out of the United States, wait for next match. We'll have something fresh and new. Trust. Meanwhile, Blue Scuti has done something that Somalian hasn't this game, and that's burn. 5 in a row for the Captain. Although this bar dependency is a little sus. Probably gonna have to burn here, and yes indeed. So after 6 Tetrises, Somalian will partake in the burns. Roller out of the Mississippi? No. There's the bar over for the Tetris for Scuti. We got Alma Red Star in chat. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Captain gets that right side open, gets the bar down for the Tetris. He only trails by 14,000 points. Pretty strong first game for both players. Scuti weathering the drought here. Only goes 21 pieces, bangs down the Tetris. Another Tetris for Captain. So Captain keeping pace here. Interesting setup for Captain here. We'll see if this works out. Oh, it doesn't quite perfectly work out, but a couple burns later, and it's like nothing happened. 349 for Scuti, 313 for the Captain, around 70 lines here. Tetris for Scuti. There's one for the Captain. That's been a very efficient game for both these players. Ah! Windows noises. Don't do that. God, I hate when browsers decide to butt in. Awkward bar placement there for Somalian. I think that was meant for column 5. It's going to get out of it with minimal burns, but certainly annoying to have to go through that. He'll set up the Vits there. It's probably the prudent move, and we'll get the bar. And a Tetris. Meanwhile, Scuti's at 603 at 117 lines, so... We'll see where that game goes. And unfortunately, Captain's just having to burn right now. Gets those squares over. We'll bang down a Tetris. Gonna try to go for another one here. It's an awkward board, though. Oh, and he misses the tee by a mile. Gonna get this down, but how are you gonna go up against a 695 transition from Blue Scuti? 602 for Captain. I mean, that's pretty good. 602 is pretty good. It's not a 695. That's just a case of what can I do? There's the bar for the dirty Tetris. Captain Bling 2 rows up. Scuti just trying to continue the efficiency that's gotten him this far. He'll score another Tetris. Captain developing another hole here is going to have to burn it out. We'll get the Tetris first. And might just opt to burn this all the way down. Looks like that's what he's doing. Knowing him, we're probably going to see a dirty Tetris set up. But unfortunately, the pieces are not allowing it. I mean, I don't blame him for trying that dirty Tetris. I think I would have done the same thing, but we'll finally get the column 7 Tetris at least. All right. All these bar dependencies for the Captain right now. Gets them solved, but he currently finds himself down by 232,000 points to Blue Scuti. That is 8 Tetrises now. Maxed out into 25 for Scuti. Another Tetris for Captain. Captain is now clean and is staying clean. .1 into 27 for Scuti. Oh, the tucked into the T-spin. How do you get out of this one, though? There's a Tetris. Let's take a couple burns here. There's a Tetris 1.2 into 28. There's a max out finally for the Captain on 27. Scuti, one more Tetris before level 29. There it is, 1,272,000 into level 29. Another Tetris for Scuti. D on the screen over there. But run into a little bit of trouble here. There's no bar. I think it's the bar for the Tetris, but we'll have some cleanup work to do as Captain is now on level 30. That was where Scuti ran into the drought. We'll see what Captain does with it. He's not able to get 5 taps, let alone 4 taps. And he's going to top out at 1,182,000. Scuti is good for game 1. naturally, Scuti will play this one out. That's not of it. 2, 1, Tetris. This is the 5th meeting between these two players. Scuti holding a 3-1 record. Their first meeting back in 2022, July of 2022, was a decider win for the captain. But ever since then, it's been all Scuti. 3-1, 3-2, and 3-1. Now, of note, this is the first time, at least in open play, that these two have faced in an actual event. All of those 4 games I mentioned were some sort of ELO battle, and not an actual match. But they have played a match in the DAS Champions League where Scuti swept him 4-0. Scuti having to abandon the DAS play here as things were getting a little too spicy first taste. And this time looks like Captain is doing slightly better than last game's start. As he has yet to burn. This board is so awkward for Scuti. And he's up against 10 in a row from Captain right now. Scuti will get that dirty Tetris and will probably play 2 rows up given how far back he is right now. There's another Tetris. Well, he's going to bring this down. All right. Column 4 attempt. Cat will take his first burn after 12 consecutive Tetrises to start. He's got a 114,000 point lead. Add another Tetris to that. That's 6 Tetrises. Quite the opposite from game number 1. Scuti looking for a J. We'll get the J. Finally gets that right side open up, gets the bar, bangs down the Tetris. Another Tetris for the captain. I think I saw 360 at the half for captain. That's insane. Scuti is not happy with these pieces. Kirby says, "Vamos, Captain!" Another couple Tetrises there. Tetris for Scuti. He's only got 290. Back by 170,000 points. Another Tetris for the captain. Ooh, hang there for a captain. He will hit the bar, though. He won't be at 510 at 98 lines. That was a bit of a scary moment because you don't know when that bar's coming. But instead, it just turns into 2 burns. Kirby discovering that he's VIP. I think all the Div 1 players got VIP if they're not already mods. That's all I can think of. TT doesn't have it? Yeah, that's because he's in Div 2. Rub it in, why don't you? Oh, come on. Oh, says O. Scouti! Oh, wow. That was not an S-flat moment. Scouti having some rough times this game. .478's the transition for Scouti. And if there's some solace for Scouti, it's knowing that he had the better transition in the first game. It's going to be 674 for Captain. Only 674 for Captain. But it is a monster lead for Captain. 7 Tetrises here. I'm not sure what's going on with Scouti here. There's a couple of uncharacteristic misdrops. Been plaguing him pretty much this entire game. He's trying to work through getting this down. But now finds himself back by 200,000 points, and Captain is just twisting the dagger at this point. Tetris for the Captain. He's got a 250,000 point lead on level 21. Scuti is finally getting this board down to the bottom. Gonna be looking probably now to just try to keep it simple. We'll see what he can do. He finally scores a Tetris, but the Captain's holding on to a 282,000 point lead. And will bang down another Tetris as well. There's the bar, there's the Tetris. Scuti not quite set up. Another Tetris. Scuti level 26 has hit 716. But there's a Tetris for Captain. He's got the max out on 25. There's a 300,000 plus point lead. Another Tetris for Captain. Scuti getting close to the transition. 1.1 for the Captain on 27. In we go. 927's the transition score for Scuti. Oh, Heinz a bar in column 9. That's just a roller moment. Tetris for the Captain. And another one. And he'll go into transition at 1,271,000. And hangs another bar in column 9. This one's a little more dangerous. He does get another one over for the 1.3, but he's going to top out. Scuti, you're in a chase down. You need D as in David, 09. Not the biggest chase down that we've ever seen happen on Sunday primetime, but it is significant. Well, Scouti currently 187,000 points back. He is set up. We'll get one of the Tetrises he needs. Level 35, though. Gets a second. Set up again. Is just taking the burns. I do not think that this is line-outable from this point. 66,000. Well, we got 21 lines left. It's a Tetris and change right now. I don't know. Maybe with these triples he can do it. He just needs 32,000 points. Can he get set up in time? Time is almost out, but he gets a bar for the Tetris. And Scouti, with one line to spare, will take game number 2. Not quite a level 40, but pretty close. GG. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It has been tough to be on the right side of the board today, as we have played 8 games and all 8 of them have gone to the player on the left side. Oh, I have bad news. Scuti refusing to set up the bits there. Was offered multiple opportunities with the squares. Just said no. Just say no to bits. That wasn't right. No, it was perfectly right. Ooh, that was an awkward rotation for Scouti. Look at the square to tuck in there. Scouti saying something to the camera there. Well, Captain did not get 5 Tetrises in a row this time, but he will set up the bits with that J. And there's the bar, there's the bits. Where's the Peekayric golf clap? Set up for a dirty Tetris. 6 off the bottom. Sets up again. But of course, this is when the drought hits. Oh, finally the bar shows up. Had a bit of a mini drought in there, but... Envy indeed. Another Tetris for the Captain. Captain's got the lead, 217 to 178. Certainly not as pronounced of a lead as last game, but... You're not going to be up 200,000 on Scouti every game. Let's be real. This does seem to be another decent scoring game for both players. 286 Captain right now. 248 for Scouti. Late burn there for Captain. He'll bang down a Tetris. 334 to 295. Another Tetris for Scouti. Getting those pieces to the left at the top of the board, and then gets the bar for the Tetris. This is the aggressive play that we've almost come to expect from Scuti among the other top players as well. Captain having to work through some traffic here. Scuti just can play one-handed dance and stay hydrated. Scuti trails by Tetris, but is also ahead by 6 lines. Lead's a little bigger than it looks. Oh, I'm sorry. Scuti was ahead by Tetris, but not anymore. I read that completely wrong. Tetris for Scuti. There's one for the captain. Captain does at least have the pace lead. It is a tie game, but there's 3 extra lines available for the captain. And Scuti says it's no longer a tie game. I have the lead, 5 points. We're approaching the transition. Both players with clean boards looking like they're ready for all that level 19 has to offer. $600,000 is the transition for Scuti. $600,000 is the transition for the captain. Captain will have a 755-point lead going into 19. Ooh, another missed 4-tap for the captain. And this is dangerous now for captain. And he doesn't get the bar to the right, and I don't think there's anything he can do. That's going to be it. Scuti will get the sweep. Gonna play this out. Or don't. You don't have to. I'm not your dad. And there's a sideways Scuti. Transform. Oh, there you go. Oh my god. GG's to Scuti. We'll take it. We've got both players ready. Let's go ahead and get this counted down for game number 1 of the Division 1A matchup between Alex T and Critical Lapis. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left, we have the reigning 2-time CTWC champion, roller out of the United States with an NTSC PB of 16,700,000. Welcome in, Alex T. And on the right, also rolling on the United States with PB of 2,868,000. Welcome in, Critical Lapis. And Critical Lapis having to make a little bit of a compromise, as the piece that he needed to tuck did not show up. That's going to allow Alex to take a bit of an early lead, but a long bar here will fix everything for Critical Lapis. There it is, the column 9 Tetris to get the well back over to the right. Another Tetris there for Alex. As Alex off to a Tetris in change lead early on. That was a really aggressive but nice series of Z's that he just stuck on top of each other, waiting for that tuck. And when the L showed up, it looked so much better. Getting that square over, and Alex decides now's the time to chop things down as we're waiting on a long bar here. Both players in the same drought. Ooh, a bit of a misdrop there for Critical Lapis at the top of the board. Could have been really dangerous. I think he missed a spin there as well. Looked like he tried it. He does get the right side open, and the resulting damage is just going to be one hole in the stack in column 7. He'll bang down the Tetris. But Alex's lead is growing. 236 to 163. .500 IQ burns as Captain. We'll see in action a bit later. Tetris for Alex. And critical Lapis opens up the right side. We'll bang down a Tetris, gets to 215 at the half. Alex will be at 328, so a 112,000 point lead, only halfway through level 18. Of course, Alex in the same division as the current CTL champion, which is Pixelandy. We'll be seeing him in action just after this game. But the division also features the likes of Cobra, Sodium, Redshirt, Wallband, and Coalbucket. And Cobra's on top right now. He's got a 2-0 match record. He's played Critical Lapis and Wallman. And even though we're only a couple games into the season, we only have 3 players that haven't lost a match yet. The other one is Pixelandy. And the third player, the only reason he hasn't lost a game yet, well, this is his first one, Alex, in his season debut. Although I feel like Alex is the type of player where at the end of the season, he's like, oh, he hasn't lost a game yet. Alex with a 92,000 point lead. That means that Critical Lapis has brought it back at least one Tetris. It's that J-Tuck, and he'll bang down a Tetris of his own. We're setting up the bits. Just burns it away. And then misdrops the S. Some people may say that that's karma. Setting up the bits and then burning it down. Alex is at 606 at 120 lines. Let's... He's got a big lead right now. Have to take some burns there. Oh, he's got a long bar dependency now, and I think he realizes that was a mistake. Now needs a bar. Bar is not coming. Oh, there it is. Gonna be good for a triple, and it'll open up the right side. It'll go in at 617. That Tetris for Critical Lapis will be 545, so a difference of 72,000 points. Yeah, wait till you get to the point where that actually is a 600,000 transition, and you still top out immediately on 19. Those are the best games. I think my first rolling 600K was like that. 718 for Alex, 624 for Critical Lapis. Although Alex is a bit further ahead in the piece sequence. Oh, covering the whale just as the bar shows up. And this board for Critical Lapis could be trouble if he doesn't get the right pieces. That was a good one there. Getting rid of that dependency was, you know, pardon the pun, critical. Gets the bar over, will get the Tetris. Now has that hole in column 6 to worry about. And yeah, no worry. Alex building over the right well here. Winter in chat says, Lapis, pretend you're playing me. Good burn there for Lapis. Gets the Tetris. Only back by about 60,000 points in pace. So not the end of the world yet. Both players will score a Tetris there. Lapis setting up a tuck there will get it done. Left side's a little concerning, but gets the bar to make it much better. Alex in at level 26 at 973. Lapis goes in at 910. 63,000 point lead. This lead has been shrinking ever so slightly since like the 65 line mark. But it is still in the favor of Alex. Both players set up. Alex already with the max out. Oh, Lapis with a double flip. Can he stay alive? No, he cannot. He's going to be done. Alex is good for game number 1. Oh, man. Well, Alex going to take that 1-0 lead and just top it out here. I'm kidding, Captain. Here we go. Both players are ready. We'll count down game number 2. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Toast is like, who needs cheap viewers when you have me? I know, right? Well, this is normally the point of the matchup where I talk about the player's match record. Yeah, about that. No match record between these two players. This is a brand new matchup. I like to call it a Tetris scorigami. It seems like super rare at the top that you get first-time matchups like this. But when you have new players rising up through the ranks as fast as Critical Lapis has, they're bound to happen. Winter suggesting that Alex bust a move, but that's a completely different video game. Oh, you had to wait in line? I got mine through Grubhub. I just had to wait after I put the order in. $147 for Alex, 133 for Critical Lapis here in the early going. The issues that Critical Lapis started out with in game 1 not manifesting themselves this time around. And some very clean stacks here. Alex with a hole down there in column 5. Looks like he's just going to deal with it for now. So Alex will play one row off the bottom and we'll continue scoring Tetrises. So we're about to hit the halfway point. Alex will go in at 312. Second consecutive game in the 300s. Meanwhile, a little bit of a complication for Critical Lapis. He's only going to be at 271. Alex setting up a couple of spins here. We'll get the S spin first, and we'll get the T spin next. That was a very high point to try to go for a T spin as well, and it's one of these things about the top players. They do not shy away from difficult maneuvers. But now Alex in a little bit of a situation here. I feel like he had the choice to take one of the two burns he needed with the long bar, either flat or vertical, and he chose vertical. I feel like it just kind of spiraled from there. But Alex is working his way out of this, does have the right side open. It's going to be able to... Oh, very nice maneuvers there from Alex. He's opened up the right side just in time for a drought. Finally, the bar shows up. Bang, Tetris. He's at 400 at the turn. Tetris for Alex. And a critical Lapis is going to be at 400 at the turn as well. So neck and neck. In fact, it is tied. And critical Lapis was like, none of that. I'm going to get 3 pushdown points. But Alex is more worried about survival. He's up, about halfway up the screen here. He knows he needs to get out of this quickly because he's fallen behind. 469 for critical Lapis, 432 for Alex. Alex will get things cleaned up. Has the right side open. There's the bar. There's the Tetris. And level 19 for Alex. He'll go in at 504. Lapis is set up. Looking for the bar. There it is. There's a Tetris 561. So this time, critical Lapis out in front. Let's see what he can do with it.